All right, good morning, good afternoon, guys. Again, this is Mr. Guayaso here making part 4 of the inequalities videos. So, today what we're doing is we're going to begin to talk and look at some systems of inequalities, okay? So what that means is now instead of graphing one inequality and seeing what the solutions would be, now we're going to be looking at 2, okay? So, we're going to begin by looking at example 1 right here. So I have the 2 inequalities, the system y is less than x plus 2 and y is less than or equal to negative x plus 4, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is graph each of those inequalities, those separate inequalities with the shading and all, okay? So let me show you how to do that. And then I'll explain what solutions would look like. So y is less than x plus 2. Well, we know our y-intercept is at 2, okay? My slope is 1. So I just go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, until I make my line, okay? And then it's a dotted line because there is no equal to, so I can just leave it like that. And I need to shade below since it is less than, okay? So I'm gonna shade below just like this. Okay, and if you didn't know about shading above, shading below, dotted or solid, you probably need to go back to part 1 or part 2 of the videos, okay? So that's my first line. That's this one right here, okay? My second equation, we're gonna graph that one in red. Sorry, not equation, inequality. So I have, well, it looks pretty similar. That's okay. So I have y is less than or equal to negative x plus 4. So I'm gonna start by graphing the y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And now it's negative x. So I'm going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, all the way, okay? And now that one does have a solid line because of the equal to. So I'm going to draw my solid line here, okay? And again, I'm shading below since it's less than. So I'm going to shade below here. I know it's kind of tough to see. Hopefully y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so I know this looks like a lot of scribble. Hopefully as we do some more examples, it'll look a little better. But as for right now, what the solutions are is, if y'all can notice, the parts where they're both shaded in, okay? So like this little cross section right here in this middle. This middle is where the solutions are, okay? So the solutions are either here in the shaded or on the solid line touching the double shaded, okay? If I had a solution just in this pink area, not a solution. If I had a point just in this red area, not a solution. If I had a line on this dotted line on the left side, not a solution. But if I have a point inside the double shaded or the solid line touching the shaded, that is a solution, okay? So let's do a few more. Let me switch up my colors so that way maybe you can see it a little better, okay? And this one's a better example too. So on this inequalities, I have y is less than 4x minus 3 and y is greater than negative 2x plus 3, okay? So let's start with the top one, and that'll be orange. So minus 3, that's my y-intercept. 4 is my slope, so I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Just like that. Okay. And that is going to be a dotted line, so I can kind of make it a little dash, get them a little closer, like that. And I'm shading below since it is a less than. So let's shade below, all to the right. Okay. And that's 4x minus 3. The next one I have is y is greater than 2x, negative 2x plus 3. So I go to plus 3. And my slope is negative 2, so I go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, up 2, right, left 1, and so on. And again, that is also a dotted line, so I can kind of connect them a little bit, which is with dashed lines. And I'm shading above, since that one is greater than. So I'm going to shade above here. And hopefully y'all can kind of see what's going on there. So again, the solution is where it is double shaded, okay? So it's in the double shaded area here where it's green and orange, okay? When y'all have your own graphs, you should be able to kind of shade a little bit better, and so it's more clear and not on the screen. So hopefully y'all be able to see like what would be solutions, okay? So remember, solutions are where it's double shaded or on a solid line touching the shaded. I don't have any solid lines here. So a point, in order for it to be a solution, must be in the double shaded, okay? So that's number 2. Lastly, for number 3, let's try this a little differently here. Let me use some colored pencils, maybe that'll help. So again, we're gonna start the same way. I'm gonna graph 2 equations. I'm gonna graph y is less than or equal to 2, and y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 1. So let's graph y is less than or equal to 2. So 2 would be right here, and since it's a special case, it's going to be a solid line all the way across. And again, I know it's solid because it has an equal to, okay? And I'm going to shade below because it's a less than. So let me shade below here. I know it's kind of light, but it's a colored pencil, so hopefully it won't bleed through as much. So it's that bottom section, if y'all can see. I know it's a light orange, but y'all should be able to see a little color. Okay. And then I have y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 1. So there's the plus 1. And I graph the negative x. So slope negative 1, going down, going up. Okay, it would be right there. And it is a solid line also, because it has the equal to underneath. So I connect those dots. And I'm going to shade above, because it's a greater than. So I shade above here, just like that, okay? So this one, you can see it kind of better. So again, here, the solutions are where it's either double shaded or on a solid line touching the double shaded. So all of this in here would be a solution, right? All of the points along the solid lines would also be a solution, okay? But any point in just the orange or just the blue or in neither would obviously not be a solution, okay? So I hope that kind of helps a little bit. We're just gonna practice this for a while, okay? We're gonna have some more videos, some more practice, so y'all can kind of get the hang of this, because this is kind of tough, especially when you're not here in person, okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to ask your teacher, and I'll see you next time.